That sounded awesome. Oh, I know you'll like the sound of that. Wow, this thing sounds good. And oh yes, I am. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to compare this with this. With this guy. Alright, what we have here is the 5150 Eddie Van Halen signature model from Peavey. We are setting on JCM 900 Marshall cabinet and a 1960B Marshall cabinet. I have our settings set, the pre-gain at 5, lows, mids, and highs is at 5, and our post-gain is just under 1. These are extremely powerful amps when you get them up to volume, and yes, they do sound better when they're played loud, but for our test we're going to keep her just under 1. So let's get a listen to this thing and see how it sounds. Alright, let's see what this thing sounds like. Okay, with our gain set halfway up, this thing is still just absolutely ready to go. Saturated really well. It sounds good, specifically standing right here by these cabinets. So let's give a listen to the Fender and we'll see what they did different there. Alright, so here we have the Fender version. This was the second signature model amp from Mr. Van Halen. Again, a 5150. It is setting on the matched cabinets. The 5150 3 cabinets. We are running in channel 3 and set identical to the other 5150, so we're dead in the middle. Everything is set on noon, just a pinch under 1 on the volume, so respectively these two amps are pushing about the same amount of output power because they're set almost identical. Kept the presence down around 3, so let's give it a listen and see what this sounds like. Now to me it sounds like this one has just a little bit more low end, although we are set identical to both amps. But we will be able to tell once we view it back and actually be able to listen to them side by side. Okay? I'm going to switch up guitars. We're going to put this thing in stereo and let both of these amps run. We'll see what it sounds like there. Next we're going to lift the gain up on them. We're going to take them all the way to the max. Let's see what these things are going to run at for us. Alright, let's lift our gain all the way to the max and see how she sounds. She just came to life. that's enough gain. The guitar wants to play itself. All right, let's lift the gain up on this one and see what we got. Oh. Yeah. Well, I think we made a distinct difference there. This one definitely has more top end on it. Okay, so let's listen to them in stereo and see how they sound together. We have both amps setting on 10 on the gain, so everything is at the top side. Let's see how these two amps sound together. And I couldn't imagine standing in front of 4, 5, 6, 10 amps stacked together running on the max output of these things night after night. Those guys has really had rough life on the ears, because I'm telling you, they'll rip your head off. Let's give them a listen and see what they sound like. Both sounded excellent together, and if you get a chance to play either one of these amps, don't turn it down. They're a lot of fun. Now, the Peavey actually has two inputs, high and normal gain. That's one thing. The Fender 5150 only has a single input, which, you know, pickups and things like that is your choice. And also the standby switch is here on the front. A little bit easier to access, so you can flip it off and on. On the Fender, it is behind the amp. One downfall of this is the circuitry is older, so the output going for the PA system is a 1/4 inch instead of an XLR, the XLR being a little bit quieter. But other than that, rock solid, and sitting on these Marshall cabinets, this thing, I'm telling you, if you run the volume up to 5, it'll rip your head off. It just really sounds good. Let's go over and take a look at the Fender. Alright, now this girl is over the Peavey, is actually a 3-channel amp. So we do have 3 channels you can choose from. The circuitry for the sends and returns is in the back, as well as on the Peavey. So they both have send and returns. The standby switch for this amp is in the back. That's really no big deal. Like I said, this thing is rock solid as well, and sitting on these matched cabinets, it really sounds good. So if you have the opportunity, give it a try. They also make 212 cabinets that you can set these things on. If you're carrying it around, if you're gigging out with something like this, the less you have to carry, the better off you are. So this thing has it's been a joy to play. Well, there we have it. A good comparison. This was a fun video to make. Both amps sound great on their own, or as you heard, sounding together in stereo, you're not going to beat it. I mean, it's just a lot of fun to play. So I want to thank you for watching. I hope this video is helpful for you in some way. I'll see you on the next one.